Hit that button.
The Build 2 Media Podcast.
Why is the button sticky, Gunner?
I don't know. Good question. Dude, it's just what I do.
Build 2. Malay, Gunner, Zach, and Ben.
He literally piled it in his hole.
I mean, wouldn't you do it the first time? I would.
I mean, it wasn't mine, so.
Oh.
Now from the Liquid Nitro Studios, here's your host, Blake Anderson.
Gunner's locked and loaded.
Gunner Cummings.
I'll be completely honest, we're out of headphones.
Zach Witties.
I bit on that so hard.
Ben Bruce.
They say that the
Don't have an hour and a half.
man is the head of the house, but the woman is the neck. And what turns the head? The neck.
Never heard that.
I haven't either.
Not even once.
Never heard.
I don't even know what just happened.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
saying,
right. That's right.
Hit the button. Boom, baby. We're back.
We out here.
Here is the first guest episode of season 3 for all you beautiful people. We want to start this baby off right away with thanking some of our sponsors. It wouldn't be possible without them, especially this beautiful table that thankfully we got to put together after picking up Hammond Racing.
What a setup.
Little race team out of Iowa. Great people down there.
Heck yeah.
Coming up to the Midwest to get a little shout out. You know what I'm saying? All right. This podcast is also brought to you by Kick-Ass Beef Jerky, MB TV Sports, QualityFreightRate.com. Check them out. 10% off your first order with promo code BUILT2. Gunner.
Yeah, we got Thunder Hill Speedway. Great racetrack around here.
Know a guy.
SKD, Scott King Designs. Jiggy Signs and Graphics. K1 Race Gear by Ryan Bowers Motorsports. Tarvis Racing. And we just learned Sleep Racing.
Yes, they are back on board. 2024.
Yeah.
Boom. He said, here comes the boom,
Here
is what
comes
he said.
the boom.
Red Cedar Speedway right here in Menominee. And last but not least, spot on point of sales credit card system and processing. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Let's get this baby fired off, Gunner.
Yeah, I'm pumped. Should we welcome our guest in here?
I think we should bring our guest in right away. Just fire this thing right off. No bullshit from anyone.
He's been on a time or two.
He has, but to break in the new table with a guest, with the mics, with the camera, now that we're being recorded too.
We are
I
being
forgot.
recorded.
Wave at the camera. Hi. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?
Number 28, Sammy Mars.
Sammy!
What up? I'm here.
Did you turtle a little bit that time?
No, I'm back.
he's
Got a new
ready.
table. We're ready to go.
It's
Heck
kind of
yeah.
exciting, ain't it? You're doing big things. We're doing small things
With a big table.
and a
Big table.
big table things.
We're ready.
How's Sammy?
I'm doing good. Getting through finals at school.
Oh,
Ooh.
gosh.
Next week will be a lot better.
I see you got some beard hair coming in.
Yeah,
And
trying-
Oh, letting her
You know,
grow.
Trying to. My dad bet me $5 I couldn't get to. What was it, Christmas? I think so.
Christmas without shaving.
Yeah, we're gonna let her roll for
when
Ooh.
did you start?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's a good grow.
Yeah.
You
What's
know,
he?
ain't bad for a rookie.
$5?
$5,
Shit. Should I shave mine? See what he'd bet me?
20.
Ooh.
I'll bet you 20 you won't.
I ain't doing it. I won't even shave it. For $20, I ain't shave. I'd rather get
No.
it stuck in a drill.
Wow.
That won't feel good.
No. So finals, how's school?
School, it's like anything else. It's all right though. I mean, some classes suck, some are all right. Chemistry not fun.
Ooh.
Engineering classes kind of fun. So,
How, for our listeners who don't know you, how old are you?
19,
19.
Wow.
Almost 20.
almost 20. Be
Ooh.
there in May, so got a little bit yet, but
So we got 2 years before we can do like Budweiser or Busch Light sponsorships, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna fire off an Anheuser on your 21st or what?
I don't know. Might have to. We'll see what happens.
What do you think the first legal drink you will drink will be?
He doesn't know. He's only 19.
Yeah, but, like,
I
if
have
you-
a good feeling.
I mean, if you had to pick one.
I think the second I turn 21, my dad's gonna hand me a Busch Light.
Yeah.
Sounds
That
about
makes
right.
sense.
I wonder what they'll have on the cans when you turn 21. Maybe they'll be into like boats and stuff.
It's usually, well,
Corn cobs.
something outdoor,
Yeah.
farming
May.
related.
Deer hunting.
Tractors, maybe.
yeah.
Ooh, maybe tractors.
Maybe
Yeah.
some corn on there.
Megan's uncle bought the Busch Light combine.
Really?
Yeah, then he took all the graphics off of it. I'm like, well, why'd you buy the Busch Light combine then?
Right.
It's Cool.
It made it. I get it. He didn't want the paint to fade and
Yeah,
resell,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like you bought a Busch Light combine.
I mean,
Anyways,
that's pretty cool.
I definitely went off left field there. Chemistry, not so fun. Engineering
No.
stuff, pretty awesome.
Yeah, with engineering stuff, we get to go and do like CAD, computer, or design parts and stuff on the
yeah.
computer. So the other day I got bored in class and made a bird cage, so that was kind of cool.
Nice.
But yeah, chemistry not fun.
Yeah.
Like a physical, you could laser it out and it would work.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I haven't put it to like machines, but it should work.
I think you should put it to machines.
It'd be fun.
Use the stout money.
Right. Might
Build them.
stout money that we give them.
Build them for MB and just
Might as well
you get your tuition back.
get my tuition back, sell some parts.
Yeah. Hey, we need 3/4 inch steel,
Yep.
8x10 piece. For
That's
what? Project.
That stuff's so interesting to me, like how you can just design it like that on the computer and then it just perfectly comes out if you do it right.
Yeah. It's most of the time it's good. It's good when it's good.
Yeah.
When it's bad, it's not fun.
Sounds like girls.
Yeah.
Yes.
How's girls? No girls yet?
No girls. No.
Just got 80 of them on Snapchat. And
Can't confirm or deny, I guess, on that one, but
No comment.
no comment.
I got to give Sammy shit.
Yeah.
Might as well.
I mean, I've known him since he was as tall as a table.
It's a little fella.
That's how old I am. Pulling gray hairs out.
How's work, Sam?
It ain't bad to get to work on race cars all the time, so you
Yeah?
know, I mean it's pretty fun. I mean, obviously right now we got a lot of prep going on for the Wild West shootout, but you know, day at a time and get it all done.
Yeah. So before we get too deep into our questions here, what are some things that you like to do or that you just enjoy in general besides racing and race cars?
I mean, before I was racing, I did a lot of sports. So I like baseball, football, basketball, that kinds of stuff. I like to golf. In the summer, I guess when I'm not racing, so very minimal. I like to, go on the lake. That's always fun. Do some, I've wakeboarded a time or two, skiing. In the winter, skiing's fun, but I don't feel like blowing my ACL out before race season, so I haven't done much of that this year. But I kind of, like to do a lot of outdoor activities. A lot of fun.
Yeah. Speaking of skiing, we haven't really had any snow this year.
No.
Barely.
No.
None.
I ain't made a penny on that white gold yet.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Get
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
a little more sleep.
Yeah. A lot more sleep.
Yeah, I feel like part of every snowplower's is like, I need the money. It would be nice, but I'm fine with not getting up at 1 a.m. or.
I've had to do some salting, though. It's been kind of stupid weather. 50 degrees to 10 degrees to 50. It's like, do I wear shorts or pants today?
Depends
What's
on
it
the
going to
day.
be like at 3 o'clock? Will I need shorts by then? It's just stupid. So I guess I would like you to introduce like how you started and stuff. Just a quick view for any new listeners.
Like the whole racing deal?
yeah,
or-
like okay, hey, I'm Sammy. I race cars. I was little, now I'm big.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start from the beginning. I think I was 4 or 5, and my dad built like some go-kart out of a bunch of scrap tubing or whatever, and we went to Thunder Hill, and like I made laps in it, whatever, just a yard cart kind of. And then I liked that, and then actually how I got my first go-kart was when I was 5. I always liked to go help my dad unload the race car out of the stacker. So he got back from a race weekend, and he's like, hey, come help me unload this. And I was like, absolutely. It's my favorite thing to do is sit in the car and turn it, whatever, unload it. And I had there was 20 of my family members there, but I didn't think anything of it. And we wheeled a outlaw cart out of there.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. I think my mom's got the video somewhere of that. And then I raced outlaw carts at Thunder Hill from, I think I was 5 until I was 12, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Did the junior wing, did the 125, 500. So did that. Was all right with that. And then I went into crate late model. Did that for, I think, 13, 14, and 15. I think 3 years how old I was when I did that.
Nuts.
And then when I was 16 in 2020, jumped up to the Wasota late models, and I've been doing that ever since.
So crazy how
Jeez.
fast it goes.
Feels like time just flies by.
I know. Every
mean-
time they post a picture, you're like when you guys post
Yeah.
a picture of you in Victory Lane when you were in the cart.
Yeah.
With Mark
like-
Girth as the crew chief.
That was like yesterday. Like now I'm old.
Yeah.
Damn it, Sammy.
No, I don't feel like very long ago when I was racing go-karts every weekend, but
Yeah.
I guess it was.
Yeah.
It was over 10 years, or not quite 10 years ago, but
Yeah, but like
started over 10 years
3
ago.
years in crate late models. I still remember when you first were gonna go into it.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
like shit.
Yeah, that whole deal kind of is like a blur. The
So now-
great
so-
stuff.
Now that you're in the Wasota, okay, do you get any of that Jimmy Mars's kid stuff going on all the time, or
I mean, I think that's always going to be there, but as far as like the competitors, I haven't ever really got that. They've actually accepted me pretty well. I get along with like almost everybody, if not everybody that I race with. So that's always good. You know, I'm sure there's people here and there saying, "Oh, he should be better, this and that. He's his kid, whatever." But I mean, that's always going to be there. So it just is like it just second nature.
Doesn't
to me.
matter if I
Don't
have a-
bother me.
shop that builds the cars? I still have to drive it at
Right.
the end
Yeah.
of the day. Like
Yeah, I mean, it don't. For a little bit, it bothered me, but you just gotta shake it off. And now I don't even think about it
get
anymore.
it,
so-
Taylor. Shake it off. Come on.
Right. Absolutely.
And the crate that went really well, and now into the Wasota, I think you're doing quite fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's been it's like everything. You got your highs and lows, but I mean, I think for the most part, we've been competitive, won some races, if not contended for races with, whether it's Challenge Series level, weekly level, the Masters at Cedar Lake. I feel like I've had a pretty strong showing in most of that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's been all right. Definitely.
Grandpa pretty happy with the blue car being out there.
Oh yeah, he liked it this year. Me and him had a lot of fun. We put the miles in going up and down the road. I probably worked him a little harder than I should have. I think we, there was weeks we were going to the other side of Minnesota, South Dakota. Did like 2 or 3 trips up to Fergus Falls, 4 hours each way. So, and went up north too, up to Hibbing a couple times and Grand Rapids. So, yeah, I definitely put the hours on him. So. Gotta give a shout out to him for that.
We're gonna get into 2024, but so far through your racing career, what's been your favorite racetrack?
I hands down Red Cedar.
Really?
Obviously it's like every racetrack. It's got its good and bad. The bad hasn't really been that bad though, and the good has been really good. So you can't ask for much more in a racetrack. You wouldn't think you take for granted really what we have up here.
Right.
Because like a couple weeks ago, we went, probably about a month ago now, went down to, some tracks down in Indiana, and I didn't realize how good a lighting we had at the racetracks.
Oh yeah.
Like I could not see. My dad was like, "So why'd you do that?" I'm like, I can't see. And he's like, "Oh, okay."
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, Red Cedar, it's got, you can run on the bottom on the tires, or you can knock your deck out on the wall. It's
Watched both.
I know which you prefer.
yeah, I've done it all. I've hit it pretty good, and I've ripped the nose off on the tires. So, no, I'd say Red Cedar's probably up there. I've had some good races there, so that helps too. And just a lot of personal history for me. That was my first racetrack I ever been to.
Yeah.
4 miles away from my house. So.
Probably the first Victory Lane you've ever went to. Too.
Yeah, I would. I'm sure one time or another, my mom carried me across the track to be in Victory Lane with my dad. Just for, I bet I was less than a year old probably when I was going there. So
Yeah.
and then every week since. So that was my main thing in the summer for a while, just to go every Friday night, whether my dad was racing or not. And my uncle Scott would race, so spent a lot of time there. So that's definitely my favorite.
I think one standout memory I have is when your dad and your uncle were basically like tied at Cedar Lake.
Yeah, that was a good one because I know that was kind of in his little spurt of where the crowd didn't really like him that much.
Yeah.
Because he was doing a lot of open racing then.
Yep.
So I thought that when he came back, it was like, I don't know, I guess you call it cherry picking.
Right.
People would say like, oh, you shouldn't be here, this and that. And then it was at the line. And, it's cool if my dad wins. It's cool if my uncle wins. So
Right.
like, not that I don't care, but it's cool either way. And they said, my dad won. Well, it was all booing. And I'm like, oh, that's great. And then they're like, well, actually, I think Scott won. And then they said it over the loudspeaker. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then it erupted in cheers. So
Yeah,
it
that
was pretty.
nuts.
It was cool. I mean, it was a fun race to watch. And
I don't even. Do you remember what year that was?
yeah, I think 2014.
Yeah.
2014. I think that was the year.
Jeez. Seems like everything just seems like it was yesterday.
10
and
years
it's-
ago.
Yeah.
Just a little bit ago.
Wow.
Everything's 10 years. You think it's 5, and then it's 10,
Yep.
and then it's 12. I think my favorite Jimmy Mars view was when all the lights went out at 1 and 2 at Red Cedar.
Oh yeah.
Watching your dad's eyeballs.
When was that? I don't know if I remember that.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that was probably.
We had all the cars and tractors. I'm sure I've told the story before, but just seeing the white Mars helmet with the
Oh yeah, he had that for a while.
leaned forward,
Yeah, seat
head
all
up into the wheel, like
seat all twisted up like he
Oh.
likes it. Oh yeah.
doesn't make sense, but it's comfort.
No, I mean it didn't make sense for me until he kind of more or less forced me to start mounting my seat like that, and now I won't have it any other way.
Really?
It's just weird, yeah. But I
Yeah.
mean, it's so comfortable now to me that I won't have it any other way.
It just makes your body sit right when the car's set.
Yeah, like I remember 2021, so 2 or 3 years ago, when Parker Anderson got in that street stock wreck at the Little Dream. I mean, he hit the wall so hard it bent his seat.
Jeez.
Well, he sent me a picture, or he posted it on Facebook and sent me a picture, and it looked exactly how our seats are mounted.
Really?
Yeah, like all twisted to the left, and it was kind of funny.
So 3 years in the Wasota car. Are you comfortable now?
Yeah.
When did your comfort level come in?
Honestly, I think I really got comfortable with the car. 2020 was not. I wasn't very comfortable everywhere I went. Learning everything for the first year, and then 21. I'd say until I got onto Red Cedar's top and just didn't lift.
Yeah.
That's kind of when it was like, oh, light bulb. All right, here we go.
It will hold.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Nice.
you got to push that limit to know. Okay,
yeah,
I'm good.
yeah. So it's ever since I found that or doing that there, whatever, feel pretty comfortable against the wall, I guess. So
I can tell.
it's fun.
It's a nice sight,
Yeah.
especially watching your entry to 3. Deck lid level and 6 inches away from the wall. That's good stuff, man.
Or in it.
Or whatever.
Been there.
I think you should mount a GoPro off the right side just to see how close that thing is.
I think I might. So
Do it.
I will.
FID it.
I think he's gonna.
Is he?
I think so.
I'd freaking just pop rivet that thing right to the sail on the right side, and
Be interesting.
it's only $200 if you lose a GoPro.
Right.
Runner.
I'd be up in the grass somewhere.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can find
Don't
it.
lose it.
Nah. Or it'll be in pieces. Okay, go ahead, Gunner.
Well, I say we get into.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
I mean,
let's
let's get into 2024. We had some breaking news on the face barn.
Social media blowed up.
Let's hear it. What do you got for 2024?
Well, you starting the year in 2024. I'll be driving the MB Customs house car for my dad and Uncle Chris and everybody at the shop. So I'm glad that they put their trust into me to go do that. Very excited. There's a lot of hard work going into it on their part, my part. So, I'm looking forward to not only doing it for myself, but doing it for them.
A little pressure on that deal.
I mean, yeah, but in a sense, it's kind of the same that's already there. I mean, obviously now there's nobody else that, I shouldn't say nobody else, but I kind of have to go out and do it to make it,
Yeah.
In years past, it's either been my dad or Dustin that can kind of, if they do good, then it looks good. Where now it's kind of, if I do good or don't do good, it's
Yeah.
kind of on me a little bit
Yeah.
more. But it's kind of the same pressure that's always been there. So it ain't a huge deal. But
I assume it was kind of exciting for all 3 parties when you guys all knew that the Mars name was going to be in the cockpit for the house car.
yeah, I mean, obviously, my dad, he wanted to go racing with me on the road. So we're going to go do that. And I know Chris is just as excited, and everybody in the shop is pretty excited for it. And then obviously myself, can't thank him enough for choosing me to do so. Obviously I'm gonna we're gonna start the year going out to the Wild West Shootout in Vado, and I just hope I can prove them right.
Yeah.
Do the right thing and hopefully be fast.
It seems like everybody that goes down there from here, I mean, it's pretty easy to adapt to.
Yeah, we went down there last year with Dustin, and he did well. He made the show every night, won a heat race, did good in qualifying. But the track looks really fun. Like, it looks kind of like Cedar Lake in a sense. Not 100%, but a little bit. So, every track looks like another track that looks like another track.
Right.
So,
And then you get out there and it's like, whoa, this is way different.
yeah. So, thankfully, they got a practice night, so we'll go out there and burn some laps and adapt and hopefully be competitive right off the bat.
What are you most looking forward to? Like for big picture, what are you looking forward to?
I just hope it goes well right off the bat and it just kind of snowballs and to keep going good. And they're like, all right, it's good to have you in the car now. And my dad doesn't need to hop in the car and feel it out or nothing. He can just trust me and it all works out. And it's just, I just hope it lasts for years to come. I'm obviously really excited about it. And it's kind of what I've been working towards for a lot of my career. So I just can't wait to get after it.
Yeah.
You bringing in the yellow sponsors too?
Yeah, yellow car, yellow Vite. They're gonna come back again this year. Shout out to them, and then all the other guys that are on our car. So, and then my car as well. Most of them are gonna be coming over. So, I'm very excited about that. And the yellow kind of grows on you after a while.
Yeah.
Everyone says yellow right away, but I don't know. That thing, it pops on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
when Dustin did that deal at the Dream last year, you knew it was him. It
Right.
wasn't anybody else. It's so easy to find, and it looks pretty good.
So are you going to be doing partial Wasota, mainly outlaw, or you just hitting open shows?
Yeah, it's mainly. It's up in the air right now. What we're gonna do? We're obviously no schedule right now. We're gonna do Wasota races. When select challenge series, and then maybe every once in a while we'll stay home for a weekend or something. Race Menominee and Cedar Lake. I'm sure we'll do that a couple times.
Maybe some Dirt Kings or something.
Dirt Kings, yep. Just the stuff that's close if there's nothing going on. And then as far as open stuff, Lucas, Outlaw, XR, Flow, everything that's in the area. That makes sense, the kind of the Midwest in a sense. If it's going good, I guess we'll travel more, but not really sure what it holds yet.
And Wasota car's going to be yellow too?
Yep.
Oh, man. No more blue.
No more blue. It was I wanted to do it before, if I ever came into this ride like I am now, and I wanted to do something different that wasn't always white. And, Joe Provo, he gave me the idea, and I said, you know what? Let's go with it. We're going to run the blue for a year. And I didn't know it for a year at the time, but run the blue for as long as I'm in racing this stuff. So it looked good.
It did look good.
It definitely looked good on the track. Pictures.
It was damn near just like the yellow. Like you knew where it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there isn't many that are like fully blue.
No. It's either black, white, or red.
Yeah.
Like,
So we threw a little curveball out there, but it was good while it lasted.
did you race any outlaw shows last year?
Yeah, so we started the year out actually in my Wasota stuff, but at Mississippi Thunder.
Yep.
Went down there. I think I got 12th or something. I don't know. And then to cap the year off, we went down to Brownstown and Fairbury, which I ran the open car, and that didn't go as good as I wanted to. There's a couple things. Like I never drove the open car without a restrictor plate before, so we went down there and we were doing that. Never even practiced it or anything, And then we were on a softer tire, the 20 or the 2 versus the 3, and then on 2 tracks that I've never been to before. So obviously you want to make the show every time you go out there, but sometimes a slice of humble pie ain't so bad either.
How was Fairbury?
It was cool, but like I told my dad and Chris when I was talking to him, didn't qualify very good, didn't know the line, didn't do it right, whatever. and then they dropped the green. And I know all the NFL rookies and stuff, they talk about like when they get smoked for the first time, like they're welcome to the NFL. That was welcome to the big leagues. Like these guys are good. They're not holding back. Like it was, I'm like, whoa, okay.
They're gone.
We need to get a little bit better here driving wise. So and then we went and that didn't go good. Didn't go as good as I wanted to. Didn't really have an expectation for it, but still wanted to do good, So then we went and tested at Cedar Lake the next week, and I got a lot more comfortable with that car.
Yeah.
And really gassing on the open motor. It's fun. It's when it's right, it's fun. But so it'll be interesting going into 24. I mean, I feel a lot more confident than I did going to that stuff. So, or how I felt after, I should say. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's just a race car, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Ain't no different than the last one.
ain't no
Just a
different
different
the
color.
last one. Yeah.
I know this is kind of a simple question, but maybe not if you think of like a bigger picture. But what do you think the most difficult part of 2024 will be?
I think
Keeping his dad happy.
that would be no. He'll be all right. I would say either adapting to new tracks, or just the full-on adapting to the open motor stuff. I don't think that'll be a huge issue. It might be, but I don't think it will be. But I think the different tracks.
Yeah.
Because, I've been on maybe 12 tracks in my life.
Right.
Versus I'm sure we'll go to at least 12 more this year.
Yep.
So it'll be a little bit different, but big learning curve.
How big is the power difference?
It's quite a bit difference. I would say when it's like wide open and it's muddy out, you can get after it quite a bit. But when it's slick out, you almost don't want to have all that power.
Right. It's almost too much.
It's just a lot better just to throw a restrictor plate in it. So,
Yep.
I mean, if you don't have a restrictor plate, you don't even get to think about driving. You're just thinking about what your foot's doing.
Right.
So, it's pretty easy to melt the tires off. So
So do most guys like start out with no restrictor and then they like as the night goes on?
I mean, like you need that big motor, but you only need it for 2 laps qualifying. Right. And then like from there on out, they're like I look around the pits and these guys are just like we parked next to Pierce at Brownstown and he won the race, but went out and qualified. I think he was quick time. Shocker.
Yeah.
Heat race, I looked over, they were putting a restrictor plate in. And the feature, I looked over and they were working on the carburetor again, either putting a smaller carburetor, different restrictor plate on, but I mean, he won every single time he's on the racetrack.
Yeah. Right.
So I think that's a big key to it is learning the correct way to choke your motor down like that so you can get the most out of it and the most traction. I mean, that's a huge traction device having your restrictor plates. So.
That was so weird to me how we're detuning this big powerful motor that we had to have to race. And like when we went to Charlotte, mainly everything was wide open, but then we came, I think the first one I was at was Mississippi Thunder, didn't do nothing there, but then when we went to Menominee, it was like, fuck, we got to detune this thing, you know?
Like I said, you need it for 2 laps and that's it. You go out there and lay a lap down, and I mean, if you don't have it, you're screwed.
It's just weird to me, like, I don't know. Did they do that with Joey at all? The 410 non-wing or wings?
Is there a way to restrict it since it's injector?
It's like the same thing.
Not really.
It's just like,
I mean, they changed a little bit, but
just on the barrels, ain't it?
Yeah, I think there's some. I mean, I didn't really work on that part of it, but I think they do
Tire
something
guy.
there, and I don't know.
Just siping and grooving.
I mean, there's different. I'd say there's more like, you'd change the wicker bill on the wing, or, it's. I guess it's. I feel like there's more changes that you do to the car per se.
Yeah.
Rather than
A little easier to
it.
find traction in a sprint car than a late model.
Yeah, depending.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, detuning would be awesome for a 410 if you're at, like, say, Rice Lake. I don't know.
Yeah.
Rice Lake always ends up getting dry at some point in the night. And, like, when the guys from down, IRA come up, they go out for hot laps, and it's wide open to dust in 4 laps.
Yep.
So they prep the shit out of it. But if they have to come off of that tack, it'd be, Why don't we just put a little dial in there where we can just like...
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Be cool.
800 horse, 400 horse, 800 horse.
Like when they'd run sprint cars at Brainerd.
Yeah.
Just, you need about 4 cylinders.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody cut these spark plug wires. Yeah. So how many states do you think you'll make her to? Because you figuring on, 12 new tracks?
Yeah, I'd say, well, New Mexico for one.
Yep.
I don't know exactly what our plan is, but I mean, North, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa,
Florida.
Don't know.
on.
I'd like to go. I'd like to go to Florida. The hard part is, so with school we get the whole month of January off, but February is like when we go back to classes and stuff.
Sure.
So February would be kind of tough. I mean, I'd love to. I'd do it in a heartbeat, but we're gonna see how New Mexico goes, and then if that goes good, then we'll possibly think about it. But I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go to New Mexico for sure. Then the Midwestern states. Indiana, Ohio,
The Big E.
the Big E.
Ooh.
You're going to hit it?
We'll see if I'm.
Dreaming?
Yeah, if we get to that point and if we think that
You might as well.
going there is gonna be, we're gonna be competitive going there, we'll go. But
Just go.
yeah, I'd like to. It'd be
Something
cool.
could always happen.
It'd be cool.
Sorry.
You never know.
Yeah.
I'm excited. You're going yellow. I don't like yellow, but I like yellow on you.
Thank you.
Open car, with soda car.
I don't mind yellow.
Man,
You can make yellow look
I'm
good.
not a yellow guy.
Yellow, but you got to have mostly black.
Why can't you do all green?
Well, mostly black with it.
I don't know if I think green would look better or not.
all their trucks, all of those trucks.
Oh, like in the logo itself.
Yeah, all those trucks are white.
with the
It's a
green.
green logo and a yellow
Yeah.
outline.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, Jimmy. You could have stuck with the white.
Yeah, I don't know. They wanted yellow, so
Good.
Are you a believer that green is bad luck on a race car?
no, I don't have any superstition like that. Only if it's on the number 12X.
Yeah, then it's really bad.
Are you guys saying I should get rid of the green or what?
No, it's a staple.
It is a staple.
It is.
Don't matter if it's bad luck or
Right.
green.
That's true. I did have blue at one point. I had red and yellow at one point.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there. Orange outline.
There it is.
Gross. Blue, yellow. I had a white cart. I
Yeah.
think I've had about every color.
Yeah.
Never had a yellow car though.
Most people don't.
No.
So back to 2023 because I didn't ask you this. Favorite win?
Only one.
'Cause-
I only had one.
You only had one?
Yeah, only one at Rice Lake. Yep. I had races where
That was
Was
2
that-
years ago. See, here we go again.
Yeah.
That was
Jeez.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah.
Get your facts right.
I won at Rice Lake this year. Won the makeup race. It was honestly, it's pretty straightforward. No caution. 40 lap.
If you count heat races,
Oh,
would you say that race at Red Cedar last year,
which one was that?
where you went from like,
Oh, that was this. Yeah, that one was cool.
yeah,
That was a heat race.
Did I watch that one?
were you there?
I'm not jingling my bells here.
The
Christmas.
at the Punky weekend, the Mater
Yeah.
makeup.
Oh yeah, I wasn't there.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was
It's
awesome.
not very often where everything just falls your way like that. And,
Right.
Well, I started last row,
Did you tub it?
went through. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Started last row, 10 cars. I think it was 10 or 8 laps, whatever, passing points. Went into turn 1, ran the bottom, was in 10th. When 3 and 4 on the bottom was in 10th because it was kind of, it was a heavier track right around the bottom. Nobody ventured up there. And I said, well,
I'm already last.
I ain't going
so-
backwards. Put it on the top and didn't lift and ended up driving all the way to the front and won the heat. So that was cool.
Damn, son.
It was pretty awesome.
That was cool.
Little TUHB coming on there.
Yeah.
And then I got rained out.
I was,
Of course.
for your sake, I was really hoping. I figured you had the most passing points. I'm like, they got the lineups. Just call the feature. Sam wins.
Yeah, I'd take the $5,000, no problem. But
Never got to make that one up either.
no, they're going to in the spring though.
Really?
They said they're gonna in the spring.
Coming back for revenge.
I think they put that on the Facebook page.
You're starting on the pin.
Me and AJ front row.
Oh,
Good gosh.
put him in the wall.
No,
I'd wreck them.
no, don't
Yeah.
think that's gonna happen.
Why?
Can't.
You
Well,
can't
you
put them in the
could.
wall?
I mean, physically,
Is there a contract that you signed?
do you want to see AJ after
No.
you hit him on the wall?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I ain't being your bodyguard that day. I mean, I'll step in, but it ain't going to be for long.
It'll be.
I seen that guy on their
He'll-
whatever your MB vacation you guys went on.
He'll
I ain't
stand
fighting.
in and he'll dispose, and then he'll.
Yo. Bye.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be a good one.
Is it Veet?
Vite.
Vite. Okay. I have terrible ADD, so my mind's all over.
And
But
what
you
does-
said disposal, so then I was like, wait, is it
Yeah.
Veet?
Well, disposal, and then they got their construction too. Vite construction, Vite disposal.
Okay.
So
So I was gonna ask.
They got a lot
I've
of stuff
seen-
going on.
Yeah, I've seen multiple trucks this year, by the way,
Oh yeah.
like around here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on 94 every day, but yeah.
So it's Vite and Vonco.
It's just all Vite companies now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
No
it's-
more Vonco?
What's that?
No more Vonco?
No more. They just combined everything to.
Okay, so it was like the same
Yeah,
thing. It
yeah.
just okay. Gotcha. So going back to 2024, what's your what?
My next question. Going back to 2023.
Yeah. What's your, I guess, realistic goal, and what's your big dream goal?
Yeah, I mean, we'll start big dream. Obviously, you want to be competitive, if not win, every time you hit the racetrack. So, I mean, if I at the end of the year came back right here talking about reflecting on the 24 season, if I could win a national touring race, I'd be pretty pumped about that.
Heck yeah.
And we're gonna go to, I mean, everything needs to fall right. I need to do a good job. I mean, our car is gonna be good, so I gotta do my job of the driving part. But if I could get a national touring win, I'd be pretty pumped about that. And then things that I think are going to happen or need to happen. I think we started in New Mexico. I mean, I'd like to go out there and make every show, be competitive.
Yeah.
It'd
Just make
be
it
really
show.
cool if like just a random person watching, or to like the random crowd or whatever watching that don't know anything about me, whatever. Like by the end of it, if they knew who I was, it'd be pretty cool.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
to have even if it's one night, just a really like a top 5. That'd be like, okay,
Right.
we can compete with I can compete with these guys on this level.
Yep.
I know they can because they've done it, or like my dad and his crew. But if I could compete on a national level like that, I'd be pretty pumped up about that.
Yeah.
Just get into the top 5
Yeah.
on one random night for
Yeah.
sure. Especially down there. Oh, man.
There's going to be a lot of, between,
That'd be a
you're going to have Bobby Pierce, Davenport, Kyle Larson, Marler.
definitely got to beat Kyle. Like,
Come on.
Yeah.
you can. Your
Most
dad-
of America would like to.
Oh, shit.
Well, I mean, that's just the 4 that, come to my mind right away. But there's going to be a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
A lot of good cars. So,
I think what's cool is, you see guys that are, maybe it's like their first year on the big tour, but I think it's cool to just, because they go to so many different tracks, certain ones do good here or they don't do as well, but it's just kind of finding their groove and just going to different tracks, I think will help too.
yeah, absolutely. It'd be kind of cool to, just to go to some random track for my first time ever and run really good. It'd be like, oh, I like this place.
Yep.
But
Don't they do late models at Kokomo now too?
I don't think they might actually
Didn't they
actually
do it?
might. Yeah, they did last year. 100,000 to win there. That'd be cool to go there, see what lines up, whatever. But
I think
be
you should
interesting.
go.
It'd be cool. But
I got a CDL if you need it.
All right.
I can just you get the big hauler this year, right?
yeah,
So
yeah, that's all.
just call me up. I'm Peterbilt certified.
Sound just like our truck driver, Mike.
I ain't no Mike.
You don't know Mike, our truck driver?
Yeah, I know Mike.
Yeah,
I met Mike.
he's a big Peterbilt lover too.
Hell yeah. You got to put like a 379 long nose on the front of that thing. Freaking coming in.
Yeah, it'd be cool. But
I think you should go yellow Peterbilt too.
that's
That's pushing it.
pushing it.
I
The
don't
way
like
that we got it now, it actually looks pretty cool. Kind of looks like a NASCAR rig because it's a 53-foot trailer with the normal tractor semi-truck. So, looks,
ADD question. Can we come do built to race cribs thing?
MTV race cribs.
Built to cribs.
Okay.
Race hauler. What did he
Built
call
two
it?
race pads.
That race pads. That was close. With Sammy.
I don't care. There ain't much to look at. I mean, the trailer's cool, but
I thought it was cool. I got ADD. Just letting you know. Okay.
I got a random question.
I'm totally moving on from 2024. We're moving into 20-0. We're just going right to questions because I've had them sitting here in my brain box and I got to get them out. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. Okay. How'd the Sorensen MB deal go?
it went good. I thought. I mean, Dustin, he did a lot of good for us. Not only the driving part, but he did a lot of work at the shop too throughout. I think he's done at Stout now after this semester. So this next week, he did a lot of work at the shop. He did good in the cars. I thought it all went really well, and
Good
it was just as far as him moving away, it was more or less just a business decision for him because he owns a business outside of racing, and he had to be working on that every day. So like in the summer, he felt bad because he couldn't be up here all the time because he was running his business,
right?
And then it's a 2-hour drive from Rochester up here, hour and a half, he said, because he could go pretty quick.
Doesn't he make stuff for like track equipment?
Tractor attachments, hitches and all that. Like it's heavy hitches, the name. So yeah, I mean it all. It's all good. He just did it because if he's working at his business, then he can drive 5 miles. I don't know how far away his shop is, but just a couple miles away to his shop to work on his cars, and instead of having to drive 2 hours away. And I'm sure he felt bad that he couldn't work on the race cars.
Right.
I think he actually enjoyed that part of it too. But
Well,
no, it all went. I mean, we're all good. So.
And is he going World of Outlaws?
Yeah, he's going for Rookie of the Year next year. So
That's cool.
It'll be cool to watch him do that and wish him the best.
Heck yeah.
Okay, and then Tyler Erb raced an MB randomly at Red Cedar. How did that go?
I mean, I thought it went good.
He looked good.
He looked good. He was running his rocket stuff, and I don't know if he just had a bad night or what, but he said, you know what, I want to try. You got another car at the shop? My dad was like, yeah. He goes, I want to drive that Menominee. So, okay, just, you can run the car, just bring your wheels and tires, whatever, and fuel, and do whatever there. And he ran it. He ran good. Then he put a car together. He ran it at Mississippi Thunder. Was doing pretty solid in that. I think he was running like 7th or something in the first couple laps, like he was going forward. Got a flat tire, got hit. And then he ended up the next night blowing the rear end up. And then he was kind of in the middle of his touring Lucas stuff, so he couldn't really get time to fix it right, so he never brought it back out. And then I don't really know what his plans are.
I just wondered how it was to work with him.
He's cool. I get along. I mean, I talk to him a couple times a week. He's goofy, but he ain't no different than he is on camera. He's the same person. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, like, I don't know if you guys have seen his backwards bike that he built.
No.
So he has this bike where it steers backwards. Where if you steer to the left, the wheel goes to the right. And one night after they tested at Cedar Lake, and with the car that he got through us, and we got back, and I was working on my car because I was going to go race somewhere that weekend, and he was like, hey, we were just talking, whatever, and it was like, I don't know, probably 11 o'clock. He goes, hey, you got a bike? I'm like, old bike that you're not going to use? I'm like, yeah. What do you need a bike for? He goes, all right, I'm going to do something. So then he went and got a bike, and then we went and found some old quick change gears that were like part of the rings or whatever were blowed up. So he went and had these 2 quick change gears, like we were welding on it, whatever. I mean, the welds were
it's just random 11 o'clock at night.
And it ended up being 1:30 before we were done. And then we were trying to ride it around. Then me and him spray bombed it black, and
Oh, God.
I don't know where it's sitting somewhere around the shop if it didn't get thrown away. But like it's just random stuff like that he's just like, hey, let's go do this. And we went and did that, and then
That's awesome.
but it'll be cool. Be fun to watch him at the Dome this week. He'll be tearing it up for sure.
Yeah. You
There's-
think he's gonna win it?
He's got a good. I mean, everybody probably has the same chance going into it because there's a lot of luck.
the Dome.
You gotta have. I mean, you gotta. You know, if you think about it, their qualifying deal, you gotta pull the right pill because if the track blows off a bunch or if rubber comes
Right.
in,
Yep.
you know, you can't qualify back there because you can't. It's hard to come through the field because
Right.
there's nowhere to go. It's
Right.
not very. It's 3 wide, maybe at most, maybe 4. But I don't know. I mean, the way he drove last year, that's just kind of how he drives, though. I mean, he don't. Like, I was asking him about these places when I went to Brownstown and Fairbury. He goes, all you need to know is gas. And I'm like, oh, okay. But gas is on it.
He was good help at Mississippi Thunder like 2 years ago with Jesse.
Yeah.
He was right there helping us.
Yeah, he's
freaking under the car right after he got out of his. He jumps under Jesse's and like, no, you got to do this, and
Yeah,
this.
he's wild like that. He'll just jump out or he'll do whatever. Like, I know at Eldora this year, he missed hot laps for the World 100 of the Dream to help somebody change a motor. So that's
Jeez.
cool. Like, he's cool about that.
Yeah.
I actually just saw today on Facebook, I don't know if it was like somebody shared it or a memory or whatever, but it was him and Bobby Pierce at Cedar Lake a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that was I was there that night. That was
Yep.
He's like, we could do it on the track. We can do it in the parking lot down the road. I don't care.
I'll whoop your ass anywhere.
Yeah.
it was a very interesting night.
Great for the fans.
Yeah, absolutely. And then actually my dad run like 3rd in that year.
Yeah, I remember that.
All that happened. I'm like, holy crap, it's pretty wild. And then they line back up, and I'm like, he's restarting 3rd. Like, he could actually win this race. But then, yeah, that was wild.
So who's your who do you look up to the most in the World of Outlaw series currently? I guess 2023 lineup.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of different people to look up to for different things, you know, but like as far as, you know, straight up wheel talent, it's hard to not be in awe watching Bobby Piercer on the wall, especially at like Cedar Lake this year. I watched him at Deer Creek this year too when he won that. It's one of them deals where he's on the wall, inches away from out of the park, as hard as he possibly can, and not crashing, and he's still smooth.
Right.
And same with Hudson, because he's the one either pushing him or getting chased. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot to get up to what they can do. And, I mean, there's a lot of them guys who can do that. They're just right now they're the ones that have a lot of speed with it. But you know, if I can get to where I'm doing that with them guys, it'd be pretty cool.
I could see you in the 3rd place for 2nd place, microphone.
That'd be cool.
How was it? It was fucking awesome. That's how it was.
Up on the fence getting it, but no, it'd be fun. We'll just see what happens.
I think what's so crazy about the top level of like any motorsports is watching what guys can do with their vehicle that they're driving. Like I watch Supercross a lot.
Yeah.
And just the way that they can make their bike do whatever they want is so crazy to me. Or driving a race car. I mean, like everything is slowed down so much to them that it's just second nature.
That's when it gets dangerous as a competitor.
Right.
Like when your competitor has it figured out where they're going 30 instead of 120,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's pretty dangerous.
That's what I always like. Not last. Well, I guess it'd still be 2023. Mike Marlar. Watching that dude operate is like, how?
He could drive an insane race up on the fence, or like that when he hit at Menominee.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody could touch him. Just very flawless driving that he just gets out and he's like, well, we got her done. It's like, what?
Yeah, you'd think the dude's 50, but he's only what? Not even 40 yet,
I have
or
no
40.
idea.
And he just like the car is always straight,
Yeah.
like always.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then
Mike's-
like I'm a huge Hudson fan,
yep, he's good too.
so watching him and Bobby like race each other as hard as they do, but yet nothing happens except for them just physically racing.
Yeah.
It's
I think a big part of it is they can do whatever. Like, they can slide each other because the sliders they throw on each other, they know they can do it because the other one's gonna cross them over or lift.
Right.
Like, they're not gonna wreck them.
Right.
To do that, I guess I should say.
Right. No, they're gonna lift to duck under, and it's
Yeah.
just it's like normal traffic.
Yeah.
Like
Well, like when we were at Votto last year, I was in the infield watching in between. It was the first couple nights where Davenport was just walking away with it, and Pierce and Larson are sliding each other for second like it's a million to win.
yeah.
Like they don't think anything of it, but watching it, you're just like, whoa.
Yeah.
And like I watched Bobby throw a slide job, but parallel park in front of Kyle and behind a lap car
Jesus.
in the middle of a slide. I'm just like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But that's like anything. When you watch it, you think it's a lot more than what it is.
We'll
when
be
you're in the car.
we'll be watching you do it this year.
I hope so.
I know you can throw bombs, so bombs away.
I try.
You should probably get a little built to sticker somewhere on that open
Might as well.
car. You better do it. Just do it.
All right.
Put it on your helmet, like in a GoPro angle or something.
GoPro, get it on the GoPro every time.
And then I can maybe me and Gunner come in on that video. You just send it to us, and we'll narrate the video of what Sammy's thinking.
Yeah.
I think that'd
Absolutely.
be pretty fun.
Yeah. Might as well.
Yeah.
So race.
I think we could
gotta
have
do
fun with that.
Build 2 race pads, narrated Sammy Mars.
Yep. I think we could commentate on a video.
Ice chipping.
I don't
Nice
know.
chipping.
I mean, I think
Oh.
I think the best thing to do was have a GoPro on a night it's really rough, and then just put like the background golf music in there. Like it's just like
Do-do-do.
yeah.
Wrenches being tossed.
I have a personal question, kind of,
God.
about racing.
What kind of laundry soap do you use?
Besides a late model or modified or stock car on dirt, what other car would you like to drive?
He's pretty much asking if you want to drive a sprint car.
No,
okay.
Formula One or NASCAR
I mean,
or
yeah.
a dirt midget or
Um.
a sprint car. I mean, you can always say that.
No.
Motocross.
Yeah, dirt bike.
I mean, I think an F1 car would be cool to drive. NASCAR would be cool to drive.
Hell
A lot of
yeah.
that's anything's cool to drive, but nah, I'd probably pass out driving an F1 car. The G's that you
Yeah.
hit,
Yeah.
I'd be going into
That'd be
like
nuts.
I'd be going into a high speed right hander and then just pass out.
I totally feel that.
Yeah. I just
And-
pictured that in my mind.
Yep.
Yep. Actually, that's kind of what I felt like when I first drove the F1 cars on iRacing.
No more rookies in free practice in FIA anymore. After I do that.
Yeah.
No. Thanks, Sammy, for wrecking it for all of us.
Yeah.
Dude, I can totally see that happening.
I don't
though.
know why I just pictured in my mind like Sammy going in,
And
taking a right hand turn, and him just flying right out.
Could happen. But probably not.
Yeah.
You got anything else from 2023 or 4 or 6?
I feel like I've hit my questions.
When are you getting married?
About 10 years. No.
Will there be cake?
There'll be cake. Cake will be included for all.
Should we get some random questions in today?
I think we should.
All right. Sammy, we wish you the best of luck on this tour. I know we'll be there for most of it, so
Thanks.
We're going to be there?
I'm excited.
somewhere.
Maybe.
We'll be in the area. I'm not going to Mexico.
I'm
but
not going to New Mexico.
we should. Are you going to the casino when you go down there?
I don't know if
Parker's
I
gonna-
can. Parker will be there. But I don't know if I can. This isn't 21.
You might get lucky. Do they serve alcohol?
Could be 18. I don't know.
I have
Could
no
be
idea.
18. There's a good possibility. I think you should go.
I might. We'll see. Maybe if I win one and have the money to do so.
No, just go.
Just go.
Everyone at the casino never has money.
That's true.
Very true.
You're just hoping to have money when you
You're
leave.
just one spin away
Yeah.
Right.
Every time.
every time.
No
I
matter
just
what.
went the other day. Mystic.
And
Walked in with this much, came back with more. That's fine with me.
You got more?
Yeah, I had to go get more to get more.
Oh,
but-
right.
You bring in what you want to spend, and then you go get out what you can't spend, and then you take
Right.
home what. I made about $20.
Nice.
but you had
You're
free
up.
fun.
You're up.
Yeah, free fun, right?
Paid the ATM fees.
and free drinks, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
$4 ATM fee too.
what?
Isn't that a bit much?
Oof.
It's like highway robbery.
Basically.
But
They,
when you're in a casino, it's like
yeah, they don't care.
$4. That's one hit on the machine to the right. All right. Good luck next year, Sammy. Hopefully, maybe even mid-season we can get you back in here or something.
Sounds good to me.
We got to do race pads after Votto.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that? Can we schedule that
I
right
don't
now?
care. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know when, but
All right.
We'll figure it out.
Random
yeah.
questions. Who's the best shot guy?
I mean, Chris.
This is a teaser.
But
Can I have some of those?
Oh, sorry.
I mean,
You can have this
well,
file.
I've met. I mean, he's
Give me this
the best
file.
that I know, probably. But there's definitely some other guys that I know that are just as good too. So
Can you run FKs on a late model?
no.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sure you could.
Favorite iRacing memory?
There's a lot of good, a lot of bad. I don't know if I can think of just one, but I think the most fun part about it is, you get in the Discord, a talking app or whatever, and if you got 12 people in there, you go in. Sometimes we do some demo derbies. Those are kind of fun. Like enduro races where like you team. I've done that before. We've had like 12 of us or whatever and draw names out of a hat to see who's on whose team and then do like a 50 lapper. And you got one guy that's doing the running and one guy doing the wrecking. And that part's fun. That's probably some of the best times I've had.
That fucking one night that we were all in there, like all of us were in there. And
Oh, yeah.
What was the new track?
Cedar.
No, it was a small little, like, tiny little place. We were running mods.
Lincoln?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Might have been Lincoln. Anyways, we all got in there, and they were all definitely making fun of me. My phone just turned it out. Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
I ran last a second. Sammy was cheering for me. Everybody else was trying to kill me. It was awesome.
Nice.
I think Chase was in there. Chase Holland.
probably.
and-
He gets on every once in a while.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
I don't have one. I've never done karaoke. I probably have once before, but
Come on.
I-
What's a song that you
what's
know
my number
most
one?
words?
Number one. Oh, I know my number one karaoke song.
Yeah, let's go.
Tequila.
New one or old one?
I don't know. The one that you say tequila 3 times and that's it. Da, 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 da.
Tequila.
Yeah, that one.
Nothing else?
I can't sing.
Okay, what's your favorite girly song? Are you a Swiftie?
I'm not. Glad Travis Kelce put her on the map.
Golly.
Just kidding.
Wow. That was harsh. What if she actually liked you secretly?
You never know.
Yeah, I probably do.
You a
Maybe not.
Miley fan? Like Party in the USA?
That's a good
or-
one. Yeah.
Ooh, you
is a
sing
good
that.
one.
That's a good one.
I'd sing that with you at karaoke.
All right. Time of day.
We could go to like the log jam or something
Should we go after this?
Yeah.
right now.
You guys
Wednesday
in?
night. Nothing better.
Oh, I need like a day of practice to get everything.
Sounds pretty scared over there.
Party
Yeah.
in the USA.
Yeah,
See,
right
I
there.
just not tuned
No?
in yet.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Bringing our own microphones with auto tune built in.
Yes.
Sounds good.
And
to
it
me.
just sounds like Miley, but
Yep.
it's me.
Yep. Perfect.
Gunner?
Is it my question again?
I can. Is cereal soup?
No.
All right.
Uh,
Some of it can be, you know.
Nope. Wrong.
what makes you the most angry?
Ooh. Tests.
Probably chemistry tests. Huh?
Chemistry. Had one today.
Nah.
Yeah.
Was it rough?
Yeah. But I mean, I think I did all right on it. But
You
still,
probably did.
hopefully, I need to.
Zach's the same way. Oh, I freaking bombed that one. A.
No, I don't think it's an A.
Jesus. This is where we were waiting for you to say something.
No, I just asked a question.
You did?
Yes.
What was it?
What makes you the most angry? What's your dream car?
Hmm.
I had to gunner my throat there for a second.
I don't know, Ferrari or some kind would be cool.
Really?
Something just to go gas on. Be pretty
Not the-
cool.
It's not the Tucker 48 behind you.
Nope. Sounds like it's
19.
Blake's, though.
Ferrari?
No.
Oh, the Tucker? I would
Yeah.
love to own one, man. Okay. Let's just have a little Tucker conversation here. Helicopter motor in the back.
Really?
They were all self-made. They were supposed to have dealerships, and then the big government kicked them out. There's
Really?
a movie on it. Yeah, my grandpa was really into it.
What's it called?
So the motor's in the back. It's called Tucker.
No, but what's the movie called?
Tucker.
Oh.
Yeah. And the front is all a trunk, 3 headlights, and then helicopter
yeah.
motor, and it actually has a crash location, like a escape plan for 1948 if you were about to get in a wreck.
Really?
There's actually a spot underneath the dash that you can roll down into, so it's like an airbag. They're actually really cool cars.
Coolest part is probably the white walls.
I've sat one.
White
Sat in
walls are
one.
cool.
They are cool.
I like the 3 headlights.
Dude, it's yeah.
Yeah.
I could go all day on it because my grandpa was big into it, so I learned all about it. Is there a chance we can get a die cast for the table?
Yeah, once I get them. I don't
We need
have
to
any.
start swapping them out, man. We can't have.
I should have
Jesse
made some of the
ones.
blue car. That's really what I should have did, but I didn't.
Well, you can.
I could.
You want one? I can just give you one. You just rip the stickers off, and make it blue.
Could happen.
No,
Oh, you got a couple.
That's a diss. Ferrari though is what you said.
Something like, I mean, some kind of hypercar would be cool.
Personal experience, Ferrari's way better than Lamborghini.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I scared a lot of people in a Ferrari. Lamborghini, I thought I was going to go through the people. Yeah, they don't steer worth a fuck.
Huh.
Ferrari, 8-piston brakes, wide open to nothing right now. It's awesome.
Wow.
And they're comfortable. So, like, us Midwest people fit in them. Lamborghini, nah.
They're
It's
like a race car.
Yeah, well, it's like trying to put me in a midget. It don't work.
It's just not going to happen.
Nah.
Comfortably.
I one time I drove, I think it was a Mercedes, but it was it wasn't like it wasn't a fancy one. It was like an older one, and
Oh, so
was
like the one
super-
high school kids drive?
no, it was like probably like a 2012 or something. No, it was probably like a 2008 or something, but I was expecting to get into this luxury vehicle and I hated it. Absolutely
Just a
hated it.
standard car.
Yeah. But I was in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's a Mercedes. Like, this is going to be sweet. And it's terrible. Like,
I have a chair.
the blinkers were like as thin as a pencil.
What?
And everything was just like the blinker lever was just, and all the levers were like as thin as this cord.
Really?
And I just felt cheap.
I really want an Audi.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
That'd be sweet.
Quattro.
Quattro. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Jimmy Mars.
Ooh.
Oh, nope.
I don't know who, but probably like someone on Disney Channel or something when I was younger.
Like Hillary Duff or something.
Maybe.
That's how old I am.
That might be a little old.
Yeah.
Probably. a
She's
little
like
old.
the same age as me, so it probably wasn't there.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus?
I was too young for that.
What was her name?
Hannah Montana.
There it is.
Didn't
You weren't Hannah Montana?
no,
in it?
never watched that.
Oh, this website's got some good questions.
Awesome.
You want me to go?
Well, I haven't went for the last 3 times because I fucking start talking about something. What animal's the biggest party animal?
Anybody after a 12-pack?
Yep. In the shop.
Who's the biggest party animal?
In the shop. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get more direct.
Who or what?
Who?
Oh,
In the shop.
I mean, I think anybody could be, but I think my dad still got it a little bit when he wants to.
Oh, yeah.
He can. He doesn't always, but he could, I think.
Car show last year. He's pretty tuned
Was
up
he?
the one night. Yeah.
oh yeah.
He was throwing out all kinds of freaking picking on people. It was awesome.
Yeah. You know, he likes to have a good time.
He came up to me and I raised my hat and set it back down. He's like, "Oh, look at that. You know what they call that?" I was like, "What? Balding?" "No, that's a 5-head, brother." I'm like, shut up. I said, "You're just like my dad. You guys grow great hair at the age of 50 and up." Here I am at 30 losing it all. Jimmy's the party animal of MB Customs.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Well, he wants to be.
Right. Well, I mean, the dude does have a pretty nice bar.
The pub's cool.
It is.
Yeah.
Could do Jimmy's race pad. Get the pub in there.
Yeah.
You still race in the pub, or is that in the house now?
No, I took the one that we used, the iRacing deal all the time,
Yeah.
and that's at my house in town now,
Well, you're actually in a house.
or an apartment, not an apartment. It's like a duplex place. That's in town by school, and then my dad got one of them WR1s.
Mm.
No, that's sitting in the man cave or
So
the
is
pub. So,
the brother race that one then?
oh yeah,
Does he?
yeah.
Is
Not
he
very much though, just a little bit.
He did pretty good last year.
Yeah,
He actually seemed
Got a
like he was
dub.
having fun towards the
you
end
gotta
of the
win.
year.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that night that I was there, I don't remember if it was just me and him and my mom or what, but I think my dad was gone, and he was running pretty good, but he cracked a hole in his fuel tank.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
hate them things.
he was running up there. I think he was gonna pass for second, and that's when Cooper flipped really bad.
That was the night that it was very tractioned up.
Yeah, and he was kind of driving around him, and then that red happened, and then he cracked his fuel tank, and then there was fuel running everywhere, and it ran out of fuel.
Yeah.
So, oh well.
Son of a bee.
No, he is fun doing it though.
Another 2-minute question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
I've not.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I do.
There's way too much evidence to go against it. I've never witnessed it firsthand. I don't want to witness it firsthand, but there's just way too much stuff that doesn't make sense sometimes.
I would agree.
What's the most useful invention of all time?
Ooh, I mean, it's hard to go away from a cell phone. You use it all the time, every day for everything.
Yep.
Just cell phone, computer.
Also, one thing I wish I didn't have some days.
The internet
I-
in
I-
general.
Yeah, but
I agree.
you need it. I feel like anymore you need it, unfortunately.
What's your favorite game on your phone?
I don't do games on my phone.
No pooping games or
Nothing. TikTok,
just scroll and talks?
Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram.
Hey, gum.
If you were on death row and you got one last meal, what would it be?
Steak and lobster.
Ooh.
I could.
It's hard to go away from steak and
God,
lobster.
I could
Yeah.
go for some steak and lobster right meow.
Sounds pretty good, don't it?
Well, Sammy, I think we hit all of our. I think we hit them all.
Perfect.
You got any questions for us?
How do you guys like the desk?
Oh, I love
First
it,
run.
dude. Dude, the first
Pretty
run was
great.
great. This is so much better than that freaking couch and tiny table that we had.
I mean, I did love the couch, but,
Oh, so
and
good.
the little table was great.
Had to use dumbbells to hold the table down once you put the mics on it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go to I think I'm gonna have to get rid of this arm so we can see my face.
Yeah, I think might have to. Might have to do that.
You can see my face just fine.
Yeah. Unless we
Face, man.
maybe had like a hole here.
No, I'm gonna drill holes for cup holders on this thing. I think we need some cup holders.
Won't be bad.
People like beer and stuff.
Yeah, and stuff.
All right. Let's send this one off. Sammy, good luck next year.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. It was
Yeah.
fun.
We'll have you
Yeah.
on again. Maybe be a
I know.
guest host with us. or
Guest
something.
host. I'll do it.
Yeah, you got to let us know when some of them drivers come in and be like, hey, you're at the shop. We got to go somewhere tonight.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
That'd be a good time.
Done that a time or two.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do it a time or two again or more.
Drake was pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. What's your favorite truck? Oh, I like them Dodge Cummins.
Yeah, man.
Oh, really? I got one. No way. What color is it? Ah, shit. He got rid of his MB.
Yep.
Why?
He was going to drive a modified for this guy.
Yep.
He was a Longhorn mod, but he was driving for him, so he didn't have to pay for nothing. So I mean, it's hard to not
Yep.
do that. And then now he's driving for somebody with the Longhorn stuff. So
Yeah.
you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Hey,
No
somebody
hard
walks
feelings
up with a Ferrari. I'm going to take the Ferrari. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's
I brought you this car. Oh, I can't accept. I am
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep.
I get it.
right. Yeah, it is. It is what it is.
All right, Sammy. Thank you. Good luck next year.
Well, later.
Every time. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Now, as always, that was anticlimactic. You got something to say? Hit up the Built 2 Media podcast and let them know. Like, comment, and share on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and at built2media.com. Thank you, Built 2 Media sponsors. QualityFreightrate.com, Liquid Nitro Energy Drink, SKD, Scott King Designs, Thunderhill Speedway, Kick-Ass Beef Jerky, Jiggy Signs, Harvest Racing, K1 Race Gear by Ryan Bowers, Spot On, Point of Sale System Credit Card Processing, and PrettyPolishedJunkie.com. Get your Built 2 Media podcast fix. Get everything you want and get everything you need at built2media.com, except for the t-shirts. Figure it out. Be back next week for another exciting Built 2 Media podcast. The Built 2 Media Podcast.